Now the Bible talks about Matthew 20, 29 to 34. As they were going to Jericho, a great multitude followed him. And behold, 2 blind men sitting on the road, when they heard that Jesus was passing by, cried out, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Son of David." Then the multitude warned them they should be quiet. But they cried out all the more, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, Son of David." So Jesus stood still and called him and said, "What do you want me to do?" Interesting. We would have mansplained it, right? If I was there, I'd have explained it to Jesus. Jesus, why are you asking? They're blind. That's what they were shouting. So was Jesus less educated than us? No, he wasn't. But he asked them a pertinent question. What do you want? And then they said, "We want to see." Now, Lord, their eyes may be open. So Jesus had compassion. And again, you see that word, compassion. And he touched their eyes and immediately their eyes received their sight. See, can I tell you, sometimes you and I want compassion. I'm talking about us first. Right? You want compassion, you want this. But the situation you're in is because of the condition of your heart. See, when Jesus said, "What do you want?" He obviously knew they were blind, but he wants to say, you know what's going to happen to you? Once your eyes are open, you can't beg anymore. You know that, right? You can't have this beggarly mindset anymore. Once God helps you, you can't stay the same way. "Oh, poor me, I'm such an orphan. Nobody loves me." You can't live like that anymore. When your eyes are going to be opened, you can't stay in that prison mindset anymore. So what do you want? Do you really want what I have? And can I tell you this morning, there are some of us who are sitting here, "Oh Lord, have compassion." Yeah, He can have compassion. But are you willing to change your situation? Are you willing to change the stuff that is going on in your life to see the compassion of God? Because if the compassion comes and touch you, you can't live in that old place. And I believe that's why, what do you want? Not that Jesus couldn't see that they were blind, but you know what's going to happen, right? Sitting on the roadside saying, "Give me something," is actually much easier than actually now getting up, being responsible and doing something. That is harder. Begging is easier. And sometimes you don't have to be beggars on the street. Sometimes there is a spirit that makes us think like beggars. We feel like beggars. We act like beggars. But when our eyes are open, you realize you don't have to be a beggar. So are you willing to deal with the stuff in your heart? See, compassion is more than poverty alleviation. You and I are very good to pull out some money and give. But the compassion of Jesus was not just to do stuff like that. He got down to where they were. Jesus could have easily said, "Judas, give them something. Give them something." But he didn't. He said, "Bring them to me." You see, our compassion has to be more than giving stuff. We have to bring them to Him. That is genuine compassion. See, His compassion for me led me to Him. I followed Jesus today because He had compassion on me. See, when I was down in the dumps, He just didn't dole out stuff to keep me in the dumps and give me temporary relief. He said, "My compassion will transform your life." The compassion of Jesus transforms lives, and that, beloved people of God, is what you and I have to be agents of. Can I tell you, as Sri Lankans, we all have compassion. We do. That is Sri Lankan compassion. That is not Christian compassion. I want you to see there is a difference between Christian compassion and Sri Lankan compassion. When we got COVID a few years ago, there were neighbors who were very kind. They were not Christian. They were Sri Lankan. So as Sri Lankans, we carry a compassion for people. We do. Your vehicle breaks down somewhere in the middle of nowhere, watch and see how the village will come and help you. They have compassion. They are not Christian, but they have compassion. So let us not boast on that compassion. Everybody has that. We have to be bigger than the Lions Club. We have to be better than the Rotaries. We have to be better than the NGOs. There are plenty. I'm not saying we don't give, but I'm saying we have to give more than what we're doing. We have to give people Jesus. And I'm telling you, that is the challenge. Why? Because we've been bombarded for too long about this conversion. We are so scared to give people Jesus because we're scared people will say, these fellows try to convert. And so we have become cowards. Don't say anything about Jesus. Don't talk about. No, I'm saying that is the only true hope. If not, what we give will always keep them in the same place. They don't get up from that place. See, I want us to understand this godly compassion. There is a compassion that He wants us to give. You talk about those there was a beggar, and these two guys are walking by. And he sees them. And I love them because this time, this day, something was going on. Because Peter and John made eye contact with the beggar. They looked at him intently. And as they made eye contact, he said, "Look at us. Silver and gold we don't have. We don't have any money. Nothing. But we have something. But what we have won't keep you a beggar." I want you to catch this. Our good, kind-hearted giving to the poor will always keep them in the same place, but grateful to us. But I'm saying in this season, let's be more than that. Let's ask Jesus, what do they need that I have that I can give them? See, many of you will say, "Pastor, we don't have money, so I don't know what these compassion stories. I don't have money." You don't need money. He says, "Such as we have, we give you in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Rise up." And then He gives him the hand and He lifts him up. See, godly compassion, I'll quickly give you this definition. Godly compassion means that you see the problem. You are moved by the need. You go out to where the problem is. You get your hands dirty trying to help one person after another. Are you willing to get your hands dirty? Or will you be like, I'll pray for you, brother. I'll pray for you. Terrible situation. I'll pray for you. When I'm sharing this, I'm challenged. That's the easiest thing to say. I'll pray for you. Terrible problem. I'll pray. Getting your hands dirty is, okay, Lord, how do I help them besides pray? How do I help them besides pray? But the question is, if He tells you, will you do it? If He tells you, okay, for the next 1 month, every Saturday, I want you to go to that house. I want you to sit with them and tell them who I am. Are you willing to do that? Saturdays are bad for me. Saturday, what time, Lord? Mornings are out. Actually out. My Saturday mornings are full right now. You can't. You can't show compassion on your schedule. If you want to show godly compassion, get on His schedule. We must understand. Ask God before you're just moved. Like I said, we have a Sri Lankan compassion. And if He's calling us to give more, then you must ask Him what to do in that situation.